we're going to talk about how to support startup ventures that want to work in this space. There are a lot around the world. We help to cultivate many more here in Saudi Arabia with the Blockchain Academy that we are launching with MCIT and its Saudi Digital Academy. But to help talk about what is going on and how to support some of the startup ventures that we're having and seeing around the world, we have a family combination. So we've got Nawaf Alabra and Ahmed Alabra. Please give them a round of applause both from eProcure. Why don't you tell both of us what eProcure is, and then we'll start talking about startup support.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nawaf Alabra. I am the co-founder and CEO of eProcure. So basically, eProcure is a B2B blockchain platform. What we are building today is an entire supply chain platform that empowers buyers and suppliers to communicate in a secure network. So this network of blockchain is built on top of enterprise blockchain that is private blockchain only to eProcure. We control, the company itself on how they transact online. They're utilizing this distributed ledger and smart contract to automate the process. One of the main solutions we're providing here is the smart escrow. This is, a solution that we built inside eProcure. This escrow is utilizing the payments between buyers and suppliers, especially the enterprise level, to automate the payments between buyers and suppliers. So that's the main usage of blockchain here, is to have the entire supply chain visible for buyers and suppliers to communicate much better.
So tell us what it's been like in your experience launching a blockchain venture startup here in Saudi Arabia. What are some of the challenges and what has gone well? Lots of challenges.
مساكم الله بالخير. أول شيء بالعربي because we have here Arabic guest. Assalamu alaikum. Then we will start to talk with the foreign visitors. It's a long story, and it's excited about the blockchain. We have already had a long experience on the business. We are business oriented in the procurement sector with 10 years before. We utilize, there is future technology. It will come, start from 2016. We heard about the blockchain. When we go deeply and think about the blockchain methodology, how that structure, we saw the applications, what we work on it. It will be very major, anticipated to be there. About we are inside the supply chain methodology, and from that we take it from there, and we start to develop the supply chain, the whole supply chain infrastructure for that. Then we create eProcure. And eProcure, we invest heavily in eProcure to build the infrastructure for supply chain, the whole supply chain cycle. We start with the procurement, then the logistic and financing and inspection and everything. Alhamdulillah, we pass the whole challenge. In case here they give us a good support. Not fully support, it's a good support because the difficulty here about the blockchain, about understand the benefits for the blockchain. And now I can recognize what is the difference of the understanding of blockchain from 2016 until now. 2016, 17, 18, there is no understand what's the blockchain. The people, they ask what's the blockchain. Mm-hmm. And now they start to think how they can use it. And this is, I think in this region, we're still in the early stage. They try to recognize how they are going to use the blockchain or to implement the blockchain on their product as a case study. And we are in the beginning of the journey.
Now, tell us what your experience has been so far with the investment ecosystem here for blockchain ventures. Good, strong, could be better?
Actually, because alhamdulillah, we are self-funding, and we are listed company, Delta Gulf Capital. We are a capital firm, and we self-funding. When we start to talk with the VCs about because from the end we have our innovation, we have very high-end technology. Most of the VCs here, they are afraid. They know about the blockchain, but they are afraid. They said, okay, we can leave blockchain on side because the people still they are not understand the blockchain and they are feared because the conflict between Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency and the blockchain. This is harm us a lot
Right.
about the infrastructure, and the people still until now they are not utilize the benefits of the blockchain as the infrastructure as the new generation of internet.
Got it. And what do you think that we can do here to support more venture investment and startups in the blockchain space?
The problem is not, supporting the actual ecosystem itself, because if you look at the blockchain itself, we can utilize it as a technology. And if you look at 20 years ago when cell phones existed, you can compare blockchain today like you're using the Bluetooth technology. You're using blockchain without the need of actually installing blockchain in your infrastructure. So services like eProcure today, it can allow for companies today to transact seamlessly without the need of utilizing the blockchain itself. They're using it by default. That eliminate, let me say, the fear of using blockchain by default. That's one use case scenario, is to apply the blockchain itself for the end user to use it without the need of actually using the blockchain. Because you don't need to actually understand how blockchain work. What do you need is to actually apply the blockchain into your use case directly and use it like you're using Bluetooth today. That's what I'm saying. So if you ask anyone today, what is Bluetooth? You wouldn't know how exactly the technology is working. And you don't need to actually know how it's work. What you need is to actually use it in your actual use case. And this will encourage lots of startups to invest in this technology, understand it very well. And this will change each sector forever. That's our vision,
Okay. What do you think private enterprises, investors, or even government ministries can do to send the signal that blockchain ventures and investment are welcome here in Saudi Arabia?
It goes back to the private sector first, not the public sector. The private sector needs to take initiative to adopt this technology and invest on it. Plus the government support in terms of awareness and the benefits of it, and in terms of regulation, and even the government needs to adopt it. And there's so many use cases in the region and other countries. It needs to come from the leader itself, then it will go directly to the market. So as an example today, the leader of the technology space here in Saudi is MCIT. The MCIT itself needs to adopt this technology itself, then most companies will follow.
Right, so if a ministry launches and announces pilot projects, it may send a signal to the market.
With the private sector, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have any comments on that or advice to provide?
Yeah, I think with the latest exhibition Sleep, it's shown very, very clear the direction for KSA government to adopt this such kind of technology. But I'm very happy now about the blockchain when I compare my feeling 2016, because that time we are like stranger in the world,
Oh, I remember, yes.
Nobody, blockchain, wow, blockchain, they are afraid. No, you are they think then we are thieves, we are do something to steal their money. But I think the future for blockchain, it will change the whole life for people.
Right. Do either of you have any thoughts about how any of us in this room or watching can support the growth of incubators, accelerators, or other types of programs that nurture, startup entrepreneurs to begin their blockchain venture journey?
Yeah, I think they have many initiatives in Saudi Arabia, and the accelerator and incubator. But the focus now, what we saw now from the government in the region, they recently start to focus about the tech company, and the blockchain, it's part of the tech innovation. And we saw the problem not from the regulator, the problem came from or come from the innovators. There is very shortage of innovator. They believe in the blockchain because it's very hard to understand what's the blockchain, what's the benefits of blockchain. I think it's need government effort to educate the communities about the blockchain. Then we can see innovation come from the community and have a support from the government.
Great. Nawaf, we'll end with you with one last question. What advice can you give to people who may be the next generation who want to follow in your footsteps as a blockchain venture entrepreneur?
Just one advice, be patient, be persistent, you'll achieve the goal. The most important thing when building a blockchain solution, as I said, is think about the end user and how he will use the blockchain. Never think about or exaggerate the technology itself. Technology is great, it's always great to use it, it's always great to embrace it, but think about always the end user and what is the real use case scenario and how they will use the blockchain as an interface. And similar to the example I brought in the beginning, today everyone is using his Bluetooth technology in his phone. Think about this technology and utilize the blockchain on it. That's my advice.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Very much thank you.